Welcome, everybody. We are so excited to share this special occasion and celebration with all of you here this evening. I'd like to start by welcoming Dr. Jeffrey Alexander. Not quite yet to speak, but I'm just acknowledging your presence as our new president of Truckee Meadows Community College. So thank you so much for being with us this evening. Yeah, we're happy, yeah. So I'd like to start by welcoming everybody and also acknowledging all of our instructors who are here with us this evening. I'd like to say that I admire your dedication, your commitment, your service to our students, but I also admire your passion and the joy that you bring to the classroom because of your love for the content. And that really, really translates to the student experience. So thank you all for being the wonderful instructors that you are. Yeah, thank you so much. I'd also like to thank the education programs inspiring the community team and adult basic education. I'm now going to refer to these as EPIC and ABE, but this has been an opportunity for us to collaborate for the first time, and it has been a joy. And this event epitomizes teamwork. We couldn't do it if we didn't pull together. So thank you, Faith and Jimmy and Lisa, for joining us. Thank you, Alex Harris, for keeping us on track. Not always easy to do. And everybody that has played their very, very pivotal role in pulling off this event, behind the scenes as well as in front of the scenes. Thank you all so much. You can clap. Okay, family and friends, you are very important people. Living with anyone who is pursuing education, studying for classes, taking certificate programs, it's a lot, and there's sacrifice involved. And generally, it's the family that has to pick up the slack and do the extra driving or cooking or chores, and also giving that little bit of emotional support, knowing when you need to say to your person, you've got this, you can do this. So thank you, family and friends, for all that you have done to make this happen for your special person. I'd also like to acknowledge all the children in the room. Children, you might not know this, but you are very important people, and I'm going to tell you why. Most of you are the inspiration or the motivation for your parent to pursue this course and this journey. So thank you for being you, and thank you for being an inspiration. You're very important. Okay, so I'm just going to say a couple of things to the graduates, all of you. I'm so proud. We are all so proud of all of you. I happen to like words, and I like the word fortitude, which comes from the Latin root fortis. And fortis means brave, strong, powerful, courageous, firm, or steadfast. I think steadfast can be a little underrated, actually. And then fortitude is what you summon, those qualities that you summon within yourself when you are faced with hardship or challenge or adversity. So all of you sitting here this evening have fortitude in abundance. You do. You have fortitude in abundance. I'd like to remind you of that, okay? And that brings me to my second point, which is the Buddhist parable of the second arrow. So the first arrow is what life throws at you unexpectedly. Generally, you don't have control over it. You know, it's some kind of misfortune or some kind of hardship, and you have to deal with that, right? The second arrow, however, is how you choose. This is where you have your own volition, and you can take stance and take stock of yourself and your strengths. It's how you choose to respond to that first arrow. And all of you have chosen to respond to that second arrow with pursuing your education. And I think that is an excellent choice, and I commend all of you for making that choice this evening. I'd also like to remind you all that this is not the end. This is the beginning, and the rest of your journey is ahead of you, and I'm sure you're all going to achieve great things. All right, so thank you again, and great job, all of you. With love. Okay? I would now like to invite our keynote speaker to the stage. Dr. Jeffrey Alexander has been a friend and a supporter and an ally of both EPIC and ABE in his role as the vice president. Now that he's the president, we are sure to enjoy that continued support. He is a champion for the non-traditional learner, and I want you all to be 100% sure that non-traditional learner is a compliment. It's a compliment. It's a strength. He is a champion of the non-traditional learner and also has been working tirelessly hard on a new champion of credit for prior learning program, which relies on your work experience and your life experience and showing that that has value as you move forward in your pursuit of education. Okay, so that's one of his real initiatives that I personally think is a fantastic one, and it benefits all of us. Okay? So Dr. Alexander, come on up. Thank you very much.
Well, thank you so much, Rain, and it's a pleasure to be here, everyone. I'm Jeffrey Alexander, and I am the new president of Truckee Meadows Community College. Thank you for being here tonight. We're here to celebrate you, and every graduate matters. Every program that we have here at the college matters. They're all equally important because each one of them is a piece of that puzzle. Learning is a continuum. It starts sometimes right here, but it carries on for the rest of your life and your career, and there are always new opportunities. We're never finished. We don't hang it up. There's always something new to learn. And so credit for prior learning, as Rain mentioned, is something that I've been working on together with my team here at this college for the last few years. And we are this close now to finally having the Board of Regents of the state of Nevada bless that program so that people who have career experience, job experience, training in prior roles, training in other states, for example, that isn't already on a transcript somewhere, they can bring that learning to us, and our teams can review it and assess it, and we can give credit to students who have already trained in a variety of fields, whether it's paramedic or whether it's welding. Perhaps they learned in the field, perhaps they learned on the job, perhaps they were trained somewhere else. And when they come here, if they don't have already credit for that on a transcript somewhere, our teams will review that work. Not long ago, the Career College of Northern Nevada closed, unfortunately, and when that happened, we had students and instructors in some cases coming to us to say, what can we do next? Can we continue our work with you? And yes, our teams got to work right away, and this was almost like a pilot program for credit for prior learning. The students were able to go into the shop or go into the welding lab and demonstrate their skills. And certainly they deserve to have that credit. We do that for high school students who have trained already in many of these fields. Up to 2 years later, they can come to college and get credit for that study and that learning. And why couldn't we do that for working adults? So we have been a champion for this cause now for some time. And we are this close now to finally, we hope, having the Board of Regents bless that at an upcoming meeting later this month. So we're excited about that. As we go forward, each of us has an opportunity to learn and grow. And there is always something new to tackle and accomplish, and you should be very proud of yourselves, and your families, I certainly hope, are proud of you, because each one of you has made that commitment. You've taken that step, right? And you've put yourself out there. Putting yourself out there is not easy. It sometimes feels like a risk. There are all kinds of hurdles, perhaps, that you may encounter. But each time you put yourself out there and you show up and you put in the work and you make that accomplishment, it makes a difference. It makes a difference to you, it makes a difference to your families, to your community. And this is your community college. It belongs to you. It belongs to the people of Northern Nevada, and the folks who come here and train with us and study with us transform their lives. And this is where I want to talk about the idea of leadership. All right? As you go forward in your training and in your study, you will have very often that opportunity to help others, right? And to guide and lead others and encourage others, perhaps people in your own family, your own community, to try that too, right? They will see you. You may not notice it, but they are watching. And they are watching the accomplishments that you have made, and they will be inspired by that. They may not tell you. They may keep that to themselves, but they're watching, right? And they are, I'm sure, inspired and encouraged to try that for themselves. When someone is a leader in that way, it makes a difference. Not every opportunity is a success. Sometimes there are failures, and those are excellent opportunities for learning too. Years ago, I was an applicant for a job in Denver. This was several years ago. And it was a position of, it was the vice president for academic affairs at a large college in the city of Denver. And the whole application process went great. I was a finalist. I went to the final interviews. I was in front of rooms this big telling them all about what I could do in that role. But when I met with the president, it didn't go very well at all. He asked me a question. He said to me, "What is a transformational leader?" And I didn't know the answer to that question. I'd never heard that before. I knew I was not a transactional leader. I wasn't somebody who was just give and take, give and take. You do for me, I'll do for you, that sort of thing. But what's a transformational leader? And I came up with an answer. That's not what he wanted to hear. He said, "What is the thing you'll leave unfinished?" And again, I didn't know. I said, no, there are people I work with. I've encouraged them to take the next step. I've encouraged them to seek new opportunities and new credentials and new training, and they haven't done that. And then still, that wasn't what he was interested in hearing. And I didn't get the job. And I went home and I thought about it. And I could have Googled it. I could have asked somebody. And if it was 2 or 3 years ago, we would have used Google. But now I'd probably ask AI, what's the answer to that question? But I didn't do those things. I thought about it. And then one day it occurred to me what it was he meant. The transformational leader is the thing that is unfinished. The thing that's never finished is yourself. You're never done working on yourself, improving yourself, adding to your skill sets and your knowledge base and your abilities, adding to your experience with each passing day and each passing week. It's another weekend, but it's also another week of experience in the bank. And that, over time, builds up to a different you. And it happens slowly, and you don't feel it some days. But one step at a time, you are transformed. The transformational leader is the person who is transformed by their work. Each step we take makes us just a little bit different, a little more accomplished, a little more experienced, and when we put ourselves out there and we pursue these goals and initiatives, it makes a difference to us and to our communities. It transforms your families, your economic standing, your ability to engage with people around the community, to pursue new opportunities, to be qualified for the next opportunity when that one comes around. So keep a list. Keep a list of the things that you've accomplished. If you have a resume, great, add to it. But keep another list of all the things that you've worked on as you go forward. That list gets long. It gets mighty long. And over time, you'll see that you've put a bow on some things. And you have that knowledge and that experience and the ability to make those kinds of contributions. And those are the stories you tell when you go to the next job interview. And that's when you're transformed. You're different, and you're ready for the next challenge and the next opportunity. And that will keep happening again and again. So definitely, keep putting yourself out there. I want to congratulate you. I want to congratulate your families who have certainly been there and supported you throughout this journey. And I want you to commit to continuing this journey. Wherever it takes you, whatever program you land in, know that you are adding to that project that's never finished, right? You're adding to yourself, and you're making that investment in yourself and also in the people around you. So congratulations to you for taking these steps and reaching these goals and accomplishing these things. And I challenge you to keep going, right? Don't forget that there's always another opportunity waiting for you, and you will be ready in time. Congratulations, everyone. And with that, we shall transform the program, and I'll bring Rain back up to the stage. Thank you, Rain.
Ooh. He's a little taller than me. Speaking of transformation, that's the perfect segue into the next speaker. I would like to invite Ray Bell Roldan to the stage. Ray Bell, I know you're nervous. You're going to do great. I'm also nervous, so we're in this together. And I am so eager to hear your words and your story because it's a profound one.
Thank you so much.
All right.
All right, hold on, let me look for my speech. How's everybody doing? All right, cool. All right, guys, so my name is Ray. Along with TMCC's faculty, staff, community, I am honored and thrilled to welcome you all to this very special occasion, our high school equivalency graduation ceremony. Today we celebrate something far greater than a certificate. We are here to honor perseverance, resilience, and the unwavering spirit of the individual who chooses not to give up. Each of our graduates took a bold step to return, to rise, and to finish. Something that matters deeply, not just for themselves, but for their families and their communities as well. Earning a GED is not a small achievement. It requires focus, sacrifice, determination, every late night studying, and every doubt overcome. Every moment you pushed yourself to keep yourself going led you to this moment, and we couldn't be prouder. To the graduates, you've proven that it's never too late to chase your goals. You've shown courage, commitment, and you've shown the world and yourselves that you're capable of achieving great things. To the families and friends and mentors in the room, thank you so much for standing by our graduates. Your support played a crucial role in making today possible. As we begin today's ceremony, let us take a moment to reflect the power of second chances and new beginnings. Because today is not the end of a chapter. Today is the beginning of many more. So, congratulations to the class of 2025, because today is not just about us, it's about the sacrifices that we made to get here. Sorry, but give yourself a round of applause. All right. So, now that we set the stage, let me take a moment to share a little bit about myself and how the journey began. I am the fourth child of a single mother who raised 4 children. Growing up, I didn't really have many positive role models in my life. My family was always working, and I was often bounced around from sitter to sitter in neighborhoods that weren't the safest, around people who really didn't make the best decisions. Even as a child, I was fascinated by cars, planes, trains, really anything with an engine. But there was no one around to introduce me to this field or help a young boy explore his potentials. I grew up without guidance, and as a teenager in a tough environment, I learned how to do one thing: survive. I did what I could with the knowledge that I had. There's a saying that goes, if you knew better, you do better. Well, I didn't know any better. I got involved with the wrong crowd, dropped out of school, moved on with my life, found work as a house painter, and made a modest living for myself. As I got older, I began to realize the gravity of my mistake. That realization became heavier and heavier with each passing day. In January 2022, I contracted the coronavirus. I had no health insurance, no money, and I had just moved back in with my mother. I didn't want to go to the emergency room at first because I thought it was just a cold, but it wasn't. I ended up going to the emergency room. Sorry, guys. I lost my spot. Okay, so I ended up going into the emergency room, but for the next 3 months, in the next 3 months, I suffered through COVID, which turned into COVID pneumonia, and then COVID bronchitis. It was one of the worst experiences I ever felt in my life, because I had no health insurance, and the hospital couldn't admit me because they couldn't admit me or put me on a ventilator. They gave me a cocktail of medications and sent me home wishing me luck. Honestly, I thought that was the end for me. While I was bedridden and in pain, I prayed, and I asked God, if you help me survive this, I promise I'll go back to school. Well, my prayers were answered. When I recovered, I enrolled in the TMCC Adult Basic Education Program. While I was in the program, an opportunity presented itself, something I never expected. Kelly Eller, David Pizzuto, and Daisy Perez came into my English class and told us about the TMCC Automotive Program through the Sandy Grant. I applied, I got in, and it was like a blessing on top of a blessing. Additionally, I continued pursuing my GED. When I passed my exams last fall, I was awarded the On Track to College funds for spring semester of 2025. And while today is a proud moment, it's not the final chapter for me. The journey still continues. By this time next year, not only will I be a GED graduate, but I'll also be a proud recipient of an associate's degree from TMCC. And I know many of you have your own powerful next steps ahead, whether that's college, a career, a personal goal you set your sights on. To my fellow graduates, keep believing in yourself. You've already proven that you have what it takes, so carry that strength with you into whatever comes next. Thank you for listening. Congratulations, 2025. Class.
Thank you so much. That was just fantastic and exactly everything we needed to hear today. So my name is Faith Ross. I'm the director of the EPIC program, and it is my honor to introduce our next speaker, Lillian Thompson. She was in your shoes a few years ago. She earned her CMA, and this December she'll be getting her RN. So, Lillian?
Good evening, everyone. Today, as I stand before you, I am filled with immense pride and gratitude. I am not just here as an instructor, but also as an alumna of EPIC's CCMA program. My journey began right where you are now, and I want to share how this program has shaped my path in ways I never imagined. When I first obtained my CCMA certification, it was more than just a credential. It was my ticket to the front lines during one of the most challenging times in our history. I had the opportunity to work in a respiratory illness clinic that was part of an emergency preparedness effort during the COVID-19 pandemic. Every day presented new challenges, but it also ignited a passion within me for serving patients in urgent need. This experience reinforced the importance of compassion, resilience, and teamwork in the medical field. From there, my journey led me to the world of urgent care. It was here that my love for emergency services blossomed. Each shift was a testament to the unpredictable nature of healthcare, and I thrived in that environment. I realized that every moment mattered, and I was dedicated to making a difference in the lives of those who walked through our doors. As I continued my education, I took the leap into TMCC's nursing school. Driven by a desire to deepen my knowledge and skills in emergency medicine. Along the way, something wonderful happened. I discovered a passion for teaching. My instructors inspired me with their knowledge, enthusiasm, and commitment to their students. They ignited a fire within me to share my experiences and knowledge with others, which ultimately led me back to this program as a medical assisting instructor. And now, I stand on this stage, excited to impart the wisdom I've gained from my journey. As you embark on your own paths, I want you to remember that your CCMA certification will open doors for you, whether that's for your career, your education, or both. The skills you acquire here will empower you to take on challenges and seize opportunities you might not even foresee yet. Who knows? Your journey may even lead you to considering graduate or medical school one day, just as it has for me. The possibilities are endless when you aspire to be epic, exceeding, persisting, inspiring, and changing lives. So, as you begin your exciting journey, remember, start here, go anywhere. Your future is bright, and I can't wait to see the incredible things you will achieve. Thank you.
A big thank you to both of our speakers. Thank you so much. Well, now it's time to do this. So I would like to invite both of our directors, Faith Ross of EPIC and Alex Harris of ABE, to the stage. So here we have Dana DeBernardi. Reja Tiongo. Nichelle Robinson Stancil. Thank you. Marquita Ham. Crystal Cornejo. Karen Aquino. Mayumi Hamo. Erica Mora. Dawn Leva. Sadia Raman. ABE, sorry. Yep. Alvin Wages. Julian Bautista. Vanessa Konar. Avian Antonio Brownell. Yes, you can. Absolutely. Uriah is going to say a few words.
Hi. I wanted to start by saying gratitude because I believe gratitude is important. So thank you. Thank you to all my supporters. You know who you are. But namely to my girlfriend. I hope to stay with her forever for the rest of my life. And I also wanted to thank my determination because at the end of the day, no one else got up and went to those classes, did the test, but me. And I passed them, and I'm here now. And I wanted to say last, but definitely not least, thank you. Thank you to all of you sitting in chairs right now because everyone with a butt in their seat right now is a contributor, and no one else, nobody, could do it other than you. So I just wanted to say thank you for everybody.
Olivia Sheridan. Ray Raldan. Let's go! Absolutely. Ryan is also going to say a few words.
Hi, thank you for everyone who came, and thank you to everyone who supported me along this way, including my mom, my tutors, Morgan, Eileen, Hanya, all my teachers included. Thank you guys for the support. We're finally done with this.
Yes. Absolutely. Adam would also like to say a few words.
I just want to thank TMCC for the tools and the resources to get this done, and my girlfriend and my two beautiful daughters for motivating me and keeping me determined.
Azucena Gonzalez Villaseñor. Salud Mariela would also like to say a few words.
First, I want to thank God and I want to give him all the glory for being here. And then le quiero dar gracias a mis papás, a mi esposo, por su apoyo, por todo lo que han hecho conmigo, por lo que hacen por mí. I want to thank my siblings, my children who are my motivation, and just wanted to let my sister and my children know that it's never too late. Thank you.
Crystal May Pune. Amadeo Martinez. Hi. Sima Berami. Brenda Martinez.
Say something?
Absolutely. And Carlos Martinez would like to say a few words.
Hello, everyone. Thanks for being here. You know, it's kind of funny because I did not necessarily choose to get my GED on my own. I was kind of forced to get it by by a court program. Truthfully though, like, as far as I was concerned, I was happy making a living doing DoorDash. But I'm very thankful that I was able to go to TMCC and get my GED because it's opening a lot of doors, and I'm looking very forward to the future. I'd like to give special thanks to my girlfriend for being my best friend and sometimes a pain in my butt. My mother, my father for being a great support for me. My family that's all here today, and God for guiding me through my recovery. Thank you guys.
James Rushworth. Jose Cibrian. Yaneth Hernandez. Braden Kelly. Ishika Paisley. Well, we did it. How do you feel? Do you feel good? Yeah, all right. So I'd now like to invite Alex Harris, our director, to do the official conferral of our graduates.
All right, is everyone ready for another 2 hours for this? All right, as we come to the close of today's celebration, I want to acknowledge something truly significant. Each of you has completed the course of study required to earn your respective credential. You've shown commitment, resilience, fortitude, and strength. And today, you've met the moment. It is my honor to officially recognize you as graduates. At this time, graduates, please move your tassels from the right to the left. This simple gesture, as Ray said, marks the end of one chapter and the beginning of all that comes next. Congratulations, class of 2025.